welcome back to my channel. This week I will be giving my 24-week update as well as a couple other exciting updates that are going on. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so as always, I'm going to start with symptoms. So what are my symptoms as of 24 weeks or 6 months pregnant? So my latest symptoms have been, first one being insomnia. So I will go to bed at my normal time and I will toss and turn all night long with a very restless sleep. So it's been really hard to turn my brain off lately and just get that rest that I need. So I've tried a couple things. Obviously I've tried to stay active, drink lots of water. I tried taking magnesium supplements because that is supposed to help you get a better quality of sleep, as well as winding down at night and using white noise from the Alexa. It's getting a little better, but some nights are worse than others. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye on that and see what else I can do to improve that. Because Lord knows these are the months that I need the good sleep. Also, I have been experiencing a little more aches and pains as things continue to grow. Little pinch here and there in my lower back. So I have started to do some prenatal yoga off YouTube, just 15-20 minutes in the morning to get my body stretched and moved and ready for the day. And then I'm going to slowly start to add in more of that to increase flexibility throughout the pregnancy. Along with that, I have been still experiencing some brain fog, but I think that has something to do with the lack of sleep. So hopefully as the sleep improves, so will the brain fog. I've also been noticing more dry skin lately. So I've been having to put on lotion sometimes 2-3 times a day. So that's been frustrating, but I know that also has something to do with it being winter and it being more dry. So that's just a symptom that is common and can happen during pregnancy. So I've been trying to stay hydrated. I drink, close to a gallon of water a day. So trying to do my best to combat that. And then along with that, I've also been experiencing some dry eye. So I do wear contacts. So some days I'm not able to wear them because it literally just burns to put them in my eyes. So I have had to take a couple days off. I am planning on getting like a, like an eye drop, like a moisturizing eye drop to help combat that. And then another symptom I've been experiencing, which is pretty normal for pregnancy, is sore or sensitive gums. So when I do brush my teeth, a lot of times I will kind of not cut the gum, but there will be some bleeding. And that is pretty normal because your gums do become more sensitive as you throughout pregnancy. And then along with that, I've just been experiencing some minor swelling in my legs and ankles, and usually it's only in the morning when I wake up. So throughout the day it goes down, especially as I move, get in my water, things like that. But in the morning when I go to train, it is kind of painful, but that's why I did buy some gym shoes that were a little bigger than my normal size because I had a feeling that my feet would swell a little bit during pregnancy. So in the morning I'll put on those and it seems to be okay. So the hardest part is getting on the workout leggings because those are pretty tight around my legs, but it does help with the blood flow. So pros and cons to both of that. So that's my symptoms. I'll then now move into some updates. Really exciting update for you guys that I am been stressing about since day one. And it's been really heavy on myself and my husband's heart. We were able to get his ship date pushed back for boot camp. And I could not be more happy because he was scheduled to originally leave on March 5th, which meant that he would be at boot camp for 2 months and then Florida for 6 months for school, and he would miss the birth. We were going to try and manage me joining him somehow, but with him still being in school, it was going to be next to impossible because he's not going to get any benefits or housing or anything like that yet. So he sat down and talked to his chief officer,
and they said that September would be the latest that he would be able to ship, which would be perfect because I plan on going back to work around that time. So, you know, we could help each other for the first few months and then get some daycare after that. And then I plan on working my job until he figures out where he gets stationed next. And then we'll decide from there what's next. But I'm just really excited and relieved about that because I didn't want him to miss the birth, especially since my family's not out here. And when you are pregnant with your first child, you really have no idea when it's going to come. So I didn't want to do this alone. So that's a huge relief and a huge blessing, and I'm excited about that. So we're going to use these next few months just to save money and get ready for the baby, because we will have to move come July. Our lease is up in the end of July, so we're going to be moving into a bigger place, hopefully a 2-3 bedroom. Excuse me. So that's going to be exciting too. So lots of big changes coming up, but that's just how it goes, you know. And then another exciting thing is we decided to go with the birthing center. So I will be taking on midwifery care instead of a traditional hospital. And a lot of people have, you know, mixed feelings about that, or they're just unsure about it. But I thought about it for 2 weeks straight. And the more I thought about it, the more I researched, the more I realized that this is what I want. And the reason that I want this instead of a hospital is because if you go into birth uncomfortable already, it's gonna make it that much more painful and longer. So if your hormones are elevated, it's gonna prolong labor, and then a lot of times the doctor rushes you, which stresses you out, and so you could just end up being in more pain and going through it more intensely than necessary. So obviously there are precautions, medical precautions to back up in case something goes wrong, but I'm really excited to give birth in the birthing center because there's just so many other ways to manage pain without shooting yourself up with drugs and possibly damaging your spine. So that is just something really exciting for me. And like I said, I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about it, but I just feel a sense of relief that I know what's going next. And not only that, every time I go there for an appointment, they sit down, they talk to me, they tell me what's going on, they tell me why they're doing it. And so now, from now on, I'm gonna know everything that's going on in the pregnancy, and I'm not gonna be in the dark about anything. So I think that is what's really most important to me, because every OB I have seen up until now has literally just in and out, you know, barely even talked to me, not told me anything. And it's frustrating because this is my first kid. So I wanna know what's going on, and I wanna know what I could do or should be doing to make it better. So that's an exciting update that we will be doing going forward. So there's many things that, sorry, I lost my place. There's many things that need to be done leading up to birth to prevent complications, and that's another thing why I am excited about the midwife care, because they do a lot of preventative care to get you ready for birth, to make sure that nothing goes wrong during birth. When you're in the hospital, it's more like reactive. Like, what happens during birth? Let's react, let's fix it now. The midwives, they go before birth, they do every test possible to figure out, you know, what's wrong before going into birth to prevent any bad things from happening. So that's what I'm most excited about for that. And then of course I'll still be registering at the hospital just in case something happens, so there's always going to be a medical backup there. And then, so along with that, we also started our first childbirth class. It's an evidence-based birth class, which entails a lot, but mostly backing everything up with research so that you know why it's happening and what you have control over. So we're really excited about that. It's a 6-week course. We only have to go twice, and then the rest is online. So I'm hoping to learn a lot from that experience.
I did get my glucose test done yesterday, the first one. It was a 2-hour test, and the results came back normal, so no diabetes, which is good. But I do have to take another one during my 3rd trimester, which is a 3-hour test, just to be sure that everything is okay, because I do have a family history of it, so it's better to be safe than sorry. And then along with that, our mother-in-law, also my mother-in-law, bought us a crib. So we already have our crib, which is exciting, and we can't wait to put that together. And then as far as like daily life, I'm still active about 5 to 6 days a week, trying to incorporate a little bit of cardio, weightlifting, a little bit of everything, and just stay as active as possible. I'm still working out regularly. My energy comes and goes, but I do feel better on the days that I do work out. And I'm trying to stick to my diet as closely as possible. I've currently gained 12 pounds, so I'm up to 145 right now. And then it's, according to, you know, the doctor and everything, it's a healthy rate, because normally women of my size and weight gain about 25 to 35 pounds during pregnancy. So, so far I've gained 12 and I'm over halfway through, so that's a good sign. And then as far as the baby, she is now 11.8 inches long. And we go in for an ultrasound on March 4th to see how big she is and how she's doing. And so there's just so many exciting things going on right now, but I am most excited for the fact that Johnny, my husband, will be here for the birth to help me during the postpartum period when I definitely know I'll need the most help. And then also I'm excited for the birthing experience because now I feel like I have control over it. So many exciting things happening. If you have any questions or want to know more, feel free to reach out. But Friday I will be uploading another video, which will be 10 healthy habits to establish during pregnancy. And so I'm excited for that one as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like, comment below, be sure to subscribe, and I will talk to you guys on Friday.